New York City for 10 years now, so I think I've got a good grasp on the things that are worth it and the things that aren't. We have to see the iconic touristy stuff. Covered in snow makes it even better. I feel like I'm on the set of a movie right now, but we are going to skip some of the things that I think are not worth it because I don't want to waste anybody's time. All right, I'm doing a quick hat swap. The baseball cap is not cutting it. There we go. All right, first stop, the iconic Rockefeller Tree. It's iconic for a reason. This is what a lot of people come to New York City for. Most New Yorkers avoid Midtown this time of year. I myself have not seen the Rockefeller Tree in years because the crowds tend to be insane. But if you come to the tree early in the morning, it's a lot less crowded. Today, in particular, is even less crowded, even though it's a Sunday, because it's December 14th and they're having holiday open streets on Fifth Avenue. So there's just a lot more space to walk around, and it is so lovely. I want to quickly tell you the story of the tree this year because it's very touching. This is a 75-foot tree that's almost 80 years old. It was donated by Judy Russ in honor of her late husband, Dan Russ. This tree was on Dan's family's land for generations. Dan's grandpa was actually born in the house that this tree stood next to. Apparently, Dan had dreamed of this tree becoming the Rockefeller Tree one year. Dan died in 2020 at the age of 32, just 2 years after he and Judy's baby was born. I'm gonna start crying, I have to stop. I didn't even know that open streets was a thing until I got an alert text from the city last night, and then I got so excited because I knew it was going to snow too. Apparently this is the 4th year of holiday open streets, and I think it's just such a great idea. So if you're able to visit New York for open streets, I highly, highly recommend because it's just so much more comfortable. Another very iconic thing to see down here are the window displays all along Fifth Avenue. Saks Fifth Avenue in particular always has very elaborate window displays, and they're right here directly across the street from the Rockefeller Tree, so it's worth seeing. I actually love the window displays this year. I like that they're not all clothing in decadent fashion. Some of them are just Christmassy like sets that are very cute. Behind me we have St. Patrick's Cathedral, also pretty much directly across the street from Rockefeller Center. It is a beautiful cathedral. I highly recommend going in if you have the time to stand in this line. I'm not going to do it because I've been in there. I've actually filmed weddings in this cathedral. One of the most iconic places to get married in New York City. I work as a wedding videographer around the city, so I've actually seen a lot of really cool venues in this area. All right, now we're just walking right down the center of Fifth Avenue, which is such a cool feeling. It's really special to just walk down the middle of an avenue in Manhattan. All right, pro tip, if you find yourself in Midtown on Fifth Avenue and you need a place to pee, the Uniqlo on 53rd Street has a restroom on the 2nd floor, and you don't need to spend any money, which is nice. There's a random performance happening. Oh my God, amazing. Great job, great job. Okay, that was so cool. I love surprises like that. This sort of thing is exactly why I love living in New York City so much. Random performances and things like that happen everywhere all the time. I loved that. I popped into St. Thomas Church just to check it out and warm up a little bit. Also extremely beautiful. There was a service happening in there. Made me a little sleepy, so I'm back out in the cold. And I think I hear people singing, so I'm gonna go and try and find that now. I'm officially overwhelmed. I'm not overwhelmed by crowds, luckily. I'm just overwhelmed with joy. It's a weird feeling when I'm used to this. Ooh. I just took an unplanned detour into Tiffany & Co. I can't believe it, but I've never actually set foot in Tiffany's before, even though I've lived here for 10 years. Breakfast at Tiffany's is literally my favorite movie of all time. I just didn't feel the need to go in there. I knew it wouldn't look the way the movie looked, you know, because it's been so many years, but it was kind of magical in there. Oops, there's so much ice. Okay, and now we're finally heading up to Central Park. We're gonna pass by the Plaza Hotel. The Plaza has been in many movies about New York City. I think the big one is Home Alone 2, right? It's one of the fanciest places you can stay in Manhattan. The first time I ever came to New York, I was 11 or 12. Me, my mom, and my brother came to Manhattan on a whim. We arrived on Christmas Eve and stayed in a hotel like right outside of Times Square, and it started snowing. I remember feeling like it was the best thing to ever happen to me. You can't really beat New York City at Christmas time with snow. It's getting more and more rare these days for it to snow in December. We got lucky this year. Central Park is so perfect right now. It's literally a snow globe. This is as good as it gets. This is perfection. There are people sledding right behind the camera here. It is the cutest, most wholesome thing I've ever seen. The best thing about it is how happy everybody is. Everyone is smiling and playing. I think everyone just knows how special this is. I've had so many cute interactions with people. These lights will inspire you. Behind me here is Woolman Rink. This is a very famous skating rink. I think it's one of the biggest in the city. My favorite association with this rink is the movie Serendipity. That was one of my favorite movies growing up, and there's that really romantic scene where John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale are skating and she falls. Very cute movie, very perfect location for romance. The line to skate on the rink is super long, so I'm not skating today, but I also have a broken foot, so I don't think my doctor would be happy with me if I did that. All right, now we're headed back down to 5th Avenue. I was gonna walk down 6th Avenue, but since the open streets are still happening, I'd prefer to walk down 5th, and it'll be a little darker, so we'll be able to see more lights. So we're gonna head down 5th Avenue to Bryant Park. Dangerous. Die. Oh no, oh no! Shoot. The only downside to this snow globe we're in, the roads are pretty slippery. Central Park is a very hilly park, so people are slipping and sliding. I have to be very careful because of my broken foot. We're gonna tread lightly. Oh my god! Are you okay?
I don't even know how that happened.
Is that why you guys are in there?
Yeah.
You're stuck in jail.
Yeah. That's the only way to keep me safe.
Yeah. Is everybody sliding?
Yeah.
You guys got the...
You need help?
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Oh my god. I didn't realize it was so bad. Thank you so much. You saved my life. Have you guys just been sitting here watching everybody slide?
Kind of, yeah. For like the last 20 minutes, yeah.
Well, thank you for saving me. Oh yeah, let's just we could create a chain to keep saving people. You almost did a split. Are you okay?
Thank you.
Careful. Hold on to this maybe. You don't actually need to pay to go ice skating. Just come to Central Park. Just walk around. That was so much fun. We're headed back down, walking along all of the very fancy buildings on Central Park South. The good thing about walking past these like fancy entrances is a lot of them are heated. I chose to walk on this side instead of the Central Park side because every now and then there will be some heat. Oh, it feels so good. It's such a relief to be back on the open streets. There's so much more room. It's so nice. Also, I gotta say, the fashion today has been so fun to look at. So many people are dressed beautifully. It's just a feast for the eyes all around.
How sweet the sound. Oh, I was lost, but now, right now, I am found.
Well, that made me cry. That was so beautiful. I'm so overwhelmed with how beautiful and fun this day has been. Whoa. Whoa. More to see still. I'm gonna hustle down to Bryant Park. Yeah, there's still a lot left to do. I forgot that I was going to be walking by the Rockefeller Tree again, so I like suddenly turned and saw it and it took my breath away. It's beautiful. We made it to Bryant Park, and before you get excited and go to the Winter Village, you have to stop and see the New York Public Library. This is my absolute favorite building in all of Manhattan. If you get a chance to go into the Rose Reading Room, I highly recommend. I think they've changed the rules in recent years. You might need to bring a book and actually have some reading or studying to do in order to enter. That way it's not just, constantly interrupted and flooded with tourists. But it is beautiful. I recommend spending a couple hours in there if you just want like a peaceful escape from the Midtown madness. Part of the reason why this building is one of my favorites in the city is because of the role it played in the movie The Day After Tomorrow with Jake Gyllenhaal. They pretty much spend the entire movie in this building hiding out from crazy winter storm that ruins the planet. Weddings also happen here. I've also shot events in this building. It's pretty beautiful. We made it to the Bryant Park Winter Village. This one is pretty crazy. It's always going to be crowded, I think, no matter what, because it's right in the middle of Midtown. There are 3 main winter villages in the city. There's also Columbus Circle and Union Square. They're all fairly similar. I tend to prefer Union Square for shopping. I really like the artisans there and talking to all the people at the booths. There's more room. It's not quite as chaotic. But if you only have one day, you have to go to the Bryant Park one because of the atmosphere. You're right in the middle of these big skyscrapers. There's a skating rink. There's the library here. The setup of this one is by far the coolest. I have been ice skating at this park and it was so much fun. I wish I could do it again this year, but I gotta heal up my foot and my ankle. They broke in a bike accident, but next year, or maybe in a couple months, who knows? Also, I have to be honest, I don't think that any of the food or drink are worth it in any of these winter villages. The prices are pretty crazy, and from what I've heard, the food isn't that great. There are just so many other options. Like as soon as you step out of one of these winter villages, there's so much more on offer. I'm actually going to take you to one of my favorite places right across the street, Lady M, for some crepe cake. One of my favorite treats of all time, crepe cake. I used to get this every year for my birthday, but it's been a while. I haven't had it in years. It's one of the best things I've ever had. Highly recommend. Lady M was lovely. I also noticed that there's a Talea right next to it. Talea is incredible. Instead of having an alcoholic beverage at Bryant Park, definitely go to Talea instead. Okay, so the initial plan was to go to Macy's and see the wooden escalators because that's pretty epic. And then after that, I was gonna pop into a speakeasy right around the corner from there called Bo Peep, where they have live music and really nice cocktails. One of my best friends used to work there. It's a really beautiful place, but it's 23 degrees right now, feels like 9. I am dying. So instead, I'm gonna head to my next spot, which is Grand Central, and we're gonna take the train to a different bar for music that I've been wanting to go to for a really long time. So yeah, I'm skipping Macy's and Bo Peep, but if you have the time and it's not quite this cold, I recommend. All right, we took the 6 local train, 2 stops to 28th Street. Now we're walking about 10 minutes to 2nd Avenue to an Irish bar. I highly considered getting a cab, but I think I can walk faster and be warmer than I was in Midtown. I'm so excited to finally see this Irish bar. It's been on my list for years because they have live music every night, but every time I get an opportunity to go see live music, I tend to just stay in Brooklyn. But since I'm already in Manhattan, having a great day, I just figured this would be the perfect ending to this day. So I'm wearing my Guinness sweater. Hopefully they don't find that corny. I'll split the G if I have to impress them. Okay, I was right. I've been speed walking and I feel warm. Like my legs feel great. Person ever. He had literally the most interesting stories I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, what an interesting person. I'm taking care of myself and I'm going home. It's only 8 p.m. I was like, Paul, I gotta go. This is exactly why I love Irish bars. You tend to find locals, like people who've lived here for decades. Music was incredible. This was such a fabulous night. That was exactly what I hoped it would be.